with him and commune with him. And even when nobody answered the phone or a text message or email me back, me and the Lord are all right by ourselves. The old saints used to say, I got Jesus, and that's enough. Because they walked with him long enough that they could have the testimony. He walks with me. He talks with me. And he tells me that I am his own. If nobody ever tells you that they love you, you have to blow yourself a kiss. Give yourself a high five. Tell yourself you're a bad mamma jamma in Jesus' name. Because God has made you beautifully and wonderfully crafted in his own image. I got to keep moving. I only got a couple seconds left. But right here in verse 3 and 4, he says, if you're going to walk with God, Nancy, not only do you have his presence, but thank God you got his protection. Don't y'all miss these P's today. I worked hard for you. God's presence. But verse 3 and 4, it says we have his protection. Now, I don't want to slip into too much dialogue that's not biblical, but can I just jump out the Bible and ask anybody in here, have you ever been protected by God? All right, let me help you. Let me help the young men in the room. Just like you, I was a young man at one time. I'm getting a little older now. I just look good for my age. And so, at one time, I was very young like you. And Brother Philip, you know how we are as young men. Sometimes we want what we see because what we see looks very pleasing to the eye. And so when we see how beautiful, how fine, can I talk to y'all a minute? Touch your neighbor and say, can we talk? Can we talk? When we look at her and see how fine, oh yes, Lord, she is, then we start conjuring up ways that we can put ourselves in the same space. And then we come up, Brother Tillery, with a game plan to not only get in her space, but to provide an opportunity to get next to her to spit some game. Y'all not saying anything to me. And if the Lord blesses us sometimes to get near enough to her, to grab to her, and we got our confidence up, and we just got a fresh edge up, Jonathan, and we feel like we're doing pretty good. We feel like today we got on our royal blue suit and our royal blue shirt and our royal blue tie. We think we're doing pretty good today. But yet, when you get to her, she looks you up and down and says, no. And we feel rejected. But yet, sometimes God would allow that thing to come back again. Such like myself in college. There was a girl on my hallway. Beautiful Caucasian girl, Brother Post. She was Italian, as they used to say. And she came knocking on my door. I know we got kids, and so I'm going to bring it up to PG for you. And she came with just a coat on. Y'all know nothing about that, but they do that in Virginia. And she knocked on my dorm room. At the time, my sweetheart was finishing her high school. I was a freshman in college. And I was true to her, Mother Taylor, because she was coming the next year to be with me. And so even if she wasn't my sweetheart, I just had something in me that said, she's cute, but I better not do that. There was just something in me that said, she's fine and it's free. Y'all not saying nothing. But I better not do that. There was something in me that says friends with fringe benefits. Y'all not saying nothing. But something in me said you better not do that. Then I graduated, DJ. And about 2 years later, one of my boys from college, he said, man, have you heard about what her name was? And I said, what you talking about? He said, she found out she's got AIDS. And I fell down on my knees. I said, Lord, I thank you that sometimes you fixed it so you will protect